What's up, family? In today's video, we'll be looking at creepy and strange TikToks that will make you question reality.
All right, you guys have to see this. Okay? Watch.
What in the world?
Yo!
Shut the f*** up! You okay? I'm good.
Yo, did you see that? They wildin'. I don't even know where that was, though. Because I haven't heard anything about that.
Yo, he's what, 7:25, something like that? The sun supposed to go down. Why is it even looking like this
It looks strange, don't it?
and up this high? First of all, it don't even look like the sun. I'm trying to tell you, this is not the sun.
Is it the simulator or
It ain't
something else?
no way. Hell no. Hell no. To the no. That's not the sun. Something is really, really strange, y'all. Weird. That is not the sun. Tasia! Tasia, come here!
What do y'all think it is, though?
Dude!
I mean, the sun shouldn't be looking like that, to be honest.
Y'all come here! Yeah, tell Tasia Doom, come here. Come here!
That's a little ocean right there. Go hard, bro. Kick up.
Let's see it.
Your hands is up here, but the wheels is down here. Yeah. Do that one more time, but when your hands are down, relax. Yeah, there you go. Don't say no. Wait. Yeah.
Okay,
That was
Airbender.
strong. Can you stop him? Hold it. They almost. There you go, champion. You better go, bro. Yeah, I wish I had some music. It's always easier with music.
We got the airbenders in the house. Yo.
Wait.
That's the real life Tony Stark right there.
Wait. Every time, listen to this.
Wait. How is she in this movie?
Listen. You heard that, right? Every time I try to stay away from conspiracy theories, something just comes at me when I least expect it.
Yo, she just confirmed it for me, man. Like, do I got a clone out here somewhere? I probably do got like a doppelganger somewhere far away. I mean, they do say all us light-skinned guys with beards look the same, so I mean.
What? Well, where's the canyon?
Listen.
But where's the canyon?
But very clever people can hear dreams.
Yo, that's definitely a fingerprint.
You
I have a big
got
freckler.
Oh, okay. So this is a basal cell skin cancer.
That is?
So this one probably needs to be cut and stitched.
What?
Oh,
What?
And then stitch me up?
Yeah.
How soon should he do this? Because I've been telling him, Mike, you need to go to the dermatologist.
Yeah, you do. It needs to be removed so it doesn't keep growing and taking over normal skin.
Oh, good Lord.
So he should make an appointment today.
You should.
Saint Spiridon
Wow.
of Cyprus, year 325 AD, and it was the first ecumenical council of Nicaea. It was to discuss the divinity of the Trinity. So there was this dude, his name was Arius, and he was a big proponent in the early church of claiming that God the Father created Jesus, basically taking away the divinity of Christ. Saint Spiridon stood up, and everyone everyone was embarrassed when he stood up because he was just like this humble shepherd dude. But he said basically the wisest of man is a foolishness to God. He says, I know the Holy Spirit's going to speak through me. He was basically just quoting scripture. And he's like, the word was Jesus Christ, and just goes into this whole thing. He's like, there's so many things in this world that have three parts, but is one. And then he pulls out, it's either a clay pot or a terracotta tile. And that's when he pulled this out. He says, in the name of the Father, he said, flames started to shoot out from the top of it. He said, in the name of the Son, water started to pour. So it was fire up top, water on the bottom. He said, in the name of the Holy Spirit, and he turned his hand and it was all dust. And he says, the Trinity is real and it was divine. And everyone was shook.
Because we can't explain it properly all the time. Doesn't mean he can't.
Yeah.
And so that's what we have to just allow him to have that room.
That's crazy work. What the heck? Why is she so mad at the snowman? Bang! Ooh, I know that hurt. Karma. Just like that.
Are these people getting to see how sticky the track is? This man right here is stuck. Stuck. Look. Look at it.
Yo.
Out of his shoes.
Oh, nah. I wouldn't even step over there. Why y'all stepping over there still, man? That's crazy.
这会儿的向日葵怎么都背着太阳？太阳在这个方向，太阳在这个方向，而这向日葵是朝这边的，朝这边。
That's because they got that simulator out there. It ain't the real sun. So what's this? Hold on. Operation High Jump in 46 was discovery of the ice wall. Operation Deep Freeze was discovery of the firmament. Then, in 58, NASA was founded. The firmament is the Van Allen belts, is what they tell us. Then you have the Antarctic Treaty in 59, just after NASA's founded. They guard the firmament. Operation Fishbowl in 62. That's when they decide, let's try to nuke this firmament. Should I even use that word on here? Let's try to bomb this firmament. And then Apollo 2. Well, didn't work when we tried to bomb it, so let's try to hide the firmament from the people. It's all right there. What is that? That's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. I don't know what that is. And it's moving now. It like picked up another ship and now it's gone. I never catch stuff like that on my camera.
I think everything is a deception. Everything. Maybe even our whole reality is a deception.
Say everything's a lie. What are you referring to?
I think everything is a lie.
Wow.
I think...
Why do you think that?
How could you not? I mean, you're way deeper in this stuff than I am. I think it's all a show. I think everybody is out for themselves.
Yeah.
And, it sucks. It sucks to see that and to know it. All of it.
Should we be... I've reached a similar conclusion by that. I'm not making fun of you. Of course, I agree with you. But should we be shocked by that? Or does it say that really explicitly in the New Testament? And like, we're just dumb and naive if we thought anything other than that.
Well, I mean, and it says, right? I am the only truth. Yeah. I am the truth.
Yeah, and Satan runs the world, by the way. Says that.
It says, you flat earthers funny. People laugh, but the first flat earthers know something. For their reaction, you may... What's it? Oh my goodness, it's blocked out. I can't even see what it say. Our role is equal to or less than the number of places you control. The flat earthers' weird alternate geology has led them to a gold strike, and you may draw as many plot cards as the number you rolled. But we don't even think flat Earth looks like that, though, man. I'm tired of these little people try to tell us that we are saying it's like a disc, like in space, just floating in space or something like that, and you can fall off there. That's not what we're saying. That's not what flat Earth is. That's not what the plane is. And then even in the last one, right, it's talking about there's two poles geographically, a north and a south, but apparently only one of them are magnetic. Yo, old man said, get back. Ooh.
Let me tell y'all something. Kids, we need to stop the therapy, stop the excuse making, and just start backhanding knocking the shit out of him. Because he gonna learn to not do that again. Let me tell you something. Y'all sometimes that's a grown man, he shouldn't handle it better. No. He acted like a grown man when he started throwing food at that man's wife.
Right.
And he had a right to defend his wife. So you try stupid shit with grown people and put yourself in grown people's business, you can get your ass beat grown man style. And that's my opinion on the matter. Block me if you feel otherwise. Thank you.
Can't say that I disagree.
What's that ring on your finger?
It's a camera.
Oh God.
I'm looking at you.
Can you turn it off, please?
Nope.
I don't like cameras on me.
It never goes off.
I don't like cameras on me.
This is a certain angle.
That's a bad angle. I like the camera to come from the front if they're going to be on me.
I'll do it like that then.
Thank you. Hi.
It never turns off.
Okay. Are you just going to hold your hand like that the rest of the interview?
You want me to?
It's your camera.
I'll turn it off.
Thank you.
Soylent Green.
Wait a minute now. What's up with these camera rings all of a sudden? People talking about them. We got Jay-Z with the black ring. We got the ring in the Truman Show. Shaq talking about the camera ring. I wonder how many other camera rings are out here. The ring camera. Yo. Just blew my mind with that one. Ring camera.
Real thing.
Mm-hmm.
People are you're being fed people.
Yep.
That's a whole other side.
Been saying that for years.
It's biblical. It's in the Bible it says that. That's what's going to happen, and it's going on right now. Putin is not joking. Putin knows all kinds of stuff. Do you honestly think that a man with so much power and people underneath him that do, undercover work and know what's going on, and they're in the dregs of deep down in the gutters of watching what's going on in this world and searching out and tapping people's phones and companies and corporations, you think he doesn't know what's going on over here? He knows. When he says Soylent Green is being weird, that's what we're eating, he knows. He's seen it. I guarantee you he's seen it with his own eyes. So I don't eat fast food anymore. I don't eat out. I don't eat out, and I don't eat fast food very rarely. I think a couple times in the last several months I've gone to Chipotle, but that even gives me the ick now. I just like, no, the Lord says, my Father says, nah, you know what, here's what this is. He tells me what to eat. He tells me what to eat. He tells me how to clean my vegetables, my fruits, and what meat I can eat. So there's a lot going on, you guys. There's a whole lot going on. And if you feel like you're this...
People. Soylent Green. We've been saying that for a long time, right? Long time. I remember even as kids being on the school bus and someone saying, you eat McDonald's? There ain't even enough cows to feed everybody. Talking about 1 billion burgers served a billion years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, what really is it that we're being fed? What? A secret room? Under the building? Why is there a gap there like that?
Man, it's like walking on marshmallows.
Somebody for real?
NASA, I found heaven with no ID. Somebody called NASA. I found heaven with no ID.
That is crazy. Wait, who was recording them
Shout out
though?
to Diddy. Shout out to Diddy. So me and Diddy was in the bathroom, right?
Whoa.
And bro,
Yo, look, bro. I'm gonna tell y'all another story too, cause that's crazy. I ended up somehow in a nigga bathroom too. Pause.
you was in the bathroom with Diddy too?
No.
Talk about your bathroom experience.
He paused.
So we're having an exclusive interview with Hitmaker. He's about to break down his bathroom experience with Diddy, and I'm gonna break down mine after. I'm gonna tell you about mine. Mine was deep. Pause.
Story short, damn.
Yo. They spicy on here.
I'm sorry.
Too zesty.
This is the reality check.
Yo, so long story short, I was at Atlantic Records and I was a little frustrated at the time because LA Reid offered me a label deal and I went back to Atlantic and I was like, yo, y'all gotta let me get this $2 million. LA want to give me $2 million to my pocket as an advance. But Atlantic ended up making it right, and they ended up giving me more money and blah, blah, blah. That's how that shit happened. But I was a little frustrated because I felt like I did a lot of good work, and they wasn't giving me my just due. So I called Diddy, and I'm like, bro, you been in this situation before? I remember reading documentaries and seeing shit where you was at your wit's end with Andre Harrell, then you went and got your deal with Clive Davis and shit like that, blah, blah, blah. He like, come to my house, talk to me. I'm like, all right, bet. So I was in Mexico at the time. I come back to LA. I get there, I'm just chilling, waiting for this nigga to talk to him or whatever. I'm at the house, Ciroc'd up, De Leon'd up, going crazy. And then they like, he ready to talk to you. So I'm thinking we going in the studio, you know, outside the crib at the Beverly Hills crib.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. What a back house crazy.
They take me to the bathroom. Now, mind you, he has a really pause.
It's a big bathroom.
Pause.
But I know, but it's a big bathroom.
Yeah, his bathroom was like a living room, guys.
It's a big one.
So,
yo, these dudes, wow.
So look,
you not.
I'm in there like he like man, play me some shit. So I'm like, all right, bet. I played him some shit, and then I'm like giving him my grievances about the label and like talking about it. He like
Giving your grievances, meaning like condolences?
nah, just like my frustrations. I was venting to him, and that nigga was like, you know what? I heard this about you. Nigga, you talk too fucking much.
Damn. That's Diddy telling Hitmaker he's talking too much inside the bathroom. Inside of Diddy's bathroom.
Mentor, I'm thinking this nigga finna give me some game and show me how to do it. And he told me I talk too much. And then shit, I was at the end of the meeting.
And he said that's it and he walked away? Or it was...
I got up out of there. It was too... Yo, hold on. My favorite Diddy story, I will say this. I was talking about this. We had left Mean Streets, me and Christian, and went back, and that's when we went back to the Ritz-Carlton.
Shout out to Christian Combs.
Diddy opened the door, and I'm like, man, we just went crazy, bro. I gave your son a crazy. He like, nigga, fuck that nigga. Where my head at? I was like, yo.
Diddy tells Hitmaker fuck his own sons because he wants his hit, meaning that he's very competitive and that he loves his family, but he wants to win, and that's a sign of a champion.
A nigga said, where my record at, nigga?
That's a sign of a champion.
Yep.
Shout out to champions.
That's why.
That's weird. Would you fly to somebody's house to go in the bathroom with them, and then they say, you talk too much, and that's it? I don't know about that one.
You know what the #1 job of somebody that sold their soul in Hollywood is? What? Is to act like it didn't happen. They all do the same job.
I'm saying Lauren introduced me to Puff.
Oh, got you.
I mean, I knew Puff, but it was more of a personal relationship after, we was at Cassie's birthday.
So, you know what I'm saying? Like Nip came to me and said, I want you to mentor me. I want to get into real estate. I want you to teach me all your, like your business secrets. You know what I'm saying? I was like, whenever you got questions, pull up. And then on his last album, people do not know this. Somebody tried to jerk me, but I fixed it. I actually am one of the executive producers of Nipsey Hussle's last album.
Victory Lap.
Yeah, Victory Lap.
Cat Williams just dropped another bomb. Looks like he ain't done exposing all the crazy stuff that's been going down in the industry. Word is, Cat has info on what the real connection between Diddy and Nipsey is. I don't know how the Diddy trial is gonna go down, but what I do know is are gonna get answers to a lot of this theories floating around, including what happened to Nipsey. Now the question is, what kind of trap was Diddy really running that Nipsey got dragged in? And how does Cat fit into the entire narrative? If you've been keeping up, you probably heard Lauren London's name pop up in Diddy's federal case. People are asking how she tied into all this and why is she caught in the crossfire. But here's the thing, Lauren actually knew about Diddy's shady past for years. Yup, she knew what Diddy was up to and how he was treating Cassie. There have also been several unconfirmed theories that Lauren was one of Diddy's girl, just like Young Miami. So
Hey, I kind of think so, man. Diddy was like, hey, go get Nip for me. I don't know. I ain't gonna throw no allegations out to them, but hey, makes sense, don't it? Like, go get Wayne. Then he's like, go get Nip. Now look at them both.
after all this, isn't it crazy that she still went ahead and introduced Nipsey to Diddy?
Hook up with the biggest rapper at the time. Everything's great. By the way, isn't she? Lauren is the one that introduced Nip to Diddy. Diddy couldn't even get to Nip, even though he had ties in L.A. It was Lauren that brought Nip to him.
And it wasn't just Jaguar talking either. Nah, even Nipsey himself confirmed it. Yeah, you remember when he was on The Breakfast Club? He literally said, Lauren's the one who introduced me to Puff.
I'm saying Lauren introduced me to Puff.
Oh, got you.
I mean, I knew Puff, but it was more of a personal relationship after, we was at Cassie's birthday.
And the streets and several of Nipsey's fans believe that Lauren wasn't just the ride-or-die girlfriend in the background and played a much deeper role. Could it be that she was put there to keep Nipsey in check? Some say she was Diddy's eyes and ears, controlling Nipsey's moves, making sure he didn't go off the rails. But it doesn't stop there. This connection between Nipsey and Diddy turned into something real deep. In an interview, Diddy straight up said, Nipsey wanted to learn from me, how I did my business, how I made my moves. Y'all take note of that line, because we got to talk about how shady that sounds real quick.
So, you know what I'm saying? Like Nip came to me and said, I want you to mentor me. I want to get into real estate. I want you to teach me all your, like your business secrets. You know what I'm saying? I was like, whenever you got questions, pull up. And then on his last album, people do not know this. Somebody tried to jerk me, but I fixed it. I actually am one of the executive producers of Nipsey Hussle's last album.
Victory Lap.
Yeah, Victory Lap.
Now, fast forward to Nipsey's tragic death, and people are circling back to those ties, questioning if Diddy's influence did more harm than good to Nip. And it gets way messier, because now we got Cat Williams out here, and he's not holding back. He claims artists like Nipsey that worked with Diddy always had a bigger price to pay. I mean, let's look at all the artists that worked with Diddy and where they are. Cassie, Meek Mill, YK Osiris, French Montana, Craig Mack, Danity Kane. Yup, all have their own horrific stories to tell. Folks are saying this whole Diddy mentorship thing is shady as hell. And with clips of Nipsey and Diddy together resurfacing, all the whispers about Diddy possibly having more than just a business interest in Nipsey are starting to sound real loud.
What y'all doing? Lauren! Cassandra! What are you doing? Want some blue dot?
In this footage, Diddy is seen licking his lips, zooming in on Nipsey like he was admiring him, and Nipsey seems to be unaware of all that's going on, just innocently vibing to the studio beats. Y'all remember when Cat said he turned down $50 million 4 times just to keep his dignity? Makes you wonder what kind of crazy stuff was really going on. And yeah, he claimed Diddy tried to pull him into it, but Cat shut it down real quick.
Now, I've had to turn down $50 million 4 times. 4 times. Just to protect my integrity and that virgin hole I was telling you about. Because P. Diddy be wanting to party. And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no.
Got to tell him no.
I did.
Even Terrence Howard said something similar. Diddy initially wanted a professional relationship, but that quickly changed, and Terrence ran before things went crazy.
Then next thing you know, okay, hey, will you help me? I want to hear your music. So I come over there and I'm playing the music. I'm sitting there, just looking at him, like waiting. So then my assistant was like, he wants to hang out with you next week. And I was like, for what? He's like, I think he's trying to f*** you. That's what my assistant said. I was like, oh, now I get it. So now no more communication. Now you notice to be hands off with somebody. A number of producers coming to make the approach, and you punch them in the mouth, threaten to knock their head off for talking to you like, or looking at you like you're a woman. You know, when you approach a real man about his masculinity, you're going to get a real reaction. It's a difference when a guy walks in a room and when a man walks into a room. And a man don't take the same things that a guy will accept. So always be the man in the room.
Now folks are starting to connect the dots, alleging Diddy might have been making moves on Nipsey, and when Nipsey refused, things got tense.
Yo, Diddy was a wild man. That's crazy, yo. But if you think about the times we're living in and how we got to this point, and the entertainment industry and Hollywood and the things that they push, it makes sense that they would be okay with that behavior. Like, remember in one of our last videos, we seen him grab who was it, Jimmy Fallon or whoever was hosting one of these award shows, and violate the man, and he just like, well, I know better than to say anything about this. So the powers that be okay with that type of behavior.
As for Lauren and Diddy, the streets have been screaming. Old pics have resurfaced, showing Lauren and Diddy looking real cozy. And the wildest part, Nipsey's right there in the background, looking like a third wheel in his own relationship. After Nipsey passed, Lauren did an interview with Angie Martinez, and that's where things went from weird to straight up strange. She said it was Diddy who helped her through the grief, which sounds innocent enough, right? But then she dropped a bomb. Diddy told her, "Look, Boog, you have shown everybody what it looks like to hold a man down and to love him. Now show them what it looks like when it all crumbles. That's your responsibility." Lauren casually mentions that Diddy called her Boog, a nickname Nipsey used to call her. Why would Diddy be using a nickname that was so personal to her and Nipsey unless they had another type of bond? And that right there, folks, raised red flags. Now Nipsey was out here doing his own thing, moving independently away from Hollywood politics. But Lauren, she had ties, she had access, and after she brought him around Diddy, disaster struck. Former Bad Boy insider Gene Deal came out warning about the danger of making certain requests in the industry. He talked about how Nipsey once told him that he wanted his music to have the same energy as Biggie's Life After Death album. Let that sink in for a second.
Yo.
Life After Death, the album that dropped right after Biggie got taken out.
Now, you taking a spiritual person who's asking for something. He said, I wanted that same feel as Life After Death. That same feel was that Biggie got, and he went on to sell about 10 million albums or 10 million copies. I was saying, you got to watch what you say to demons. Because it just might come true.
And according to Gene, that was Nipsey's biggest mistake, because once Diddy got involved, it was game over. Nipsey started spending more time at Diddy's mansion than in the studio, and that's when everything changed. It's like Diddy's grip on him got tighter, and suddenly Nipsey's looking stressed, looking tired, acting like someone who just wasn't the same. Fans started to notice the shift. Maybe Diddy couldn't control Nipsey, a smart, independent, revolutionary voice from the streets who wasn't about to bend the knee to Hollywood. Some say Diddy was trying to get at Lauren on the low, thinking maybe after Nipsey was out of the picture, she'd be his next target. But let's keep it real. Diddy ain't never treated the women he dates with the kind of love he claims to. He didn't treat Cassie like a queen, had her under his control, and we've all seen the stories of their relationship. Kim, the mother of his kids, she passed after years of emotional trauma and mental stress, all allegedly due to Diddy's manipulative ways. So when people say Diddy was after Lauren, thinking he was gonna put her on some pedestal, nah, this ain't about love. This is about control. Word is, Diddy's grief game is different. When Biggie died, Diddy made a Grammy-winning tribute and then launched his solo career, straight up capitalized off the pain. When Kim Porter passed, Diddy turned into the grieving single dad, the spiritual family man, even though we all know he was out here doing dirt. And when Nipsey passed, Diddy made sure to post about Lauren, preaching about healing, sliding into legacy vibes he never earned. Every time someone powerful dies, Diddy knows how to center himself in the tragedy. So here's the question. Was Diddy just trying to set himself up for another legacy moment after Nipsey was taken taken out. Rumors got folks saying that he saw Nipsey as an easy target, a pawn to build his legacy on. But even then, someone had to open the door for that, and many are pointing fingers at Lauren. As for Cat Williams, he this coming, long before the headlines, before the arrests, before the world caught on. He knew that the Diddy trap was going to get busted. Not just the parties or the contracts, but the setup, the blackmail.
It's all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. All lies will be exposed. So if you and a man was in a corner doing something you wasn't supposed to be doing, you would tell it. I know so many things I shouldn't know. When I walk in a room, heads go down.
And trust the internet has a lot to say. One user bluntly put it, saying Lauren was set up to be with Nips by Diddy. Remember, she thanked Puff during the funeral. It's all about connecting the dots and seeing if people are willing to accept it.
Yeah, what did I say? What did I say, man? I ain't the only one to think like that.
While this user wrote, Diddy did what he did to Big. He got on the album and planned his death to keep the money and royalties of the album. And with all the chatter about Diddy's violent tendencies and manipulation, fans are wondering if Lauren will ever testify in court. Was she a victim of the situation, or was she part of the game? And could Diddy have been behind what went down with Nip?
Yo, that is crazy though when you think about it, man. The guy Diddy is just wild. Narcissism at its finest. But yeah, these are some of the most creepy and strange TikToks that are out there. If you like the content, don't forget to subscribe, turn your notification bells on, and until next time, YouTube, peace.